Welcome to Mr. Giant Reacts and Take and Take and Take. And today we're going to be listening to another song by Mihaela Runceanu. And from the translation, this is a love song. This is her confessing her love to somebody and how it makes them feel and how her life is different with them on the scene. So this is going to be like an emotional pact, just talking about love and things. So stay tuned if you want some really good emotional love feeling. You want to get away from all that craziness. And pay attention to the person you love and feel good about yourself as you make them feel good also. Let's YouTube and simmer and check this melody out.
Pe afară gândul meu ce-ntâs s-a rătăcit și plouă într-una fără rost și-am obosit.
Oh,
Vreau să-mi spună iar pe lume cineva și știe cine, și pe firul ploii cât i-aș povesti. Să fiu mereu în umbra ta, iubirea ta e un paradis. Să aprindem lângă noi o mică stea. E adevărat, iubirea mea, tu ești mai mult decât visam. Chiar și atunci când nu-mi vorbești, simt că iubesc tăcerea ta. Pe afară gândul meu cel bun s-a regăsit și glasul ploii dintr-o dată s-a limpezit. Și mă cheamă din fereastră, ploaie caldă, ploaie albastră. Mâine când vei fi aici, îți voi șopti. Să fiu mereu în umbra ta, iubirea ta e un paradis. Să aprindem lângă noi o mică stea. E adevărat, iubirea mea, tu ești mai mult decât visam. Chiar și atunci când nu-mi vorbești, simt că iubesc tăcerea ta. E adevărat, iubirea mea,
oh man.
tu ești mai mult decât visam. Chiar și atunci când nu-mi vorbești, simt că iubesc tăcerea ta. Chiar și atunci când nu-mi vorbești, simt că iubesc tăcerea ta.
Okay, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Now check this out, man. Love used to be such a gentle thing, you know what I'm saying? This song epitomizes that. These days, if a guy talk like that about a woman, he's a fool. He's whip. He's a simp. I don't know if that's a term in Romania, but a simp is somebody who actually dotes over his woman, or like we say on the island, sweet treat, sweet treat a woman. You know what I'm saying? Everything has to be a battle anymore. But that gentleness, man, it's hard to find people who are gentle anymore. And it's not like they're not gentle. It's just like everybody's on guard. You know what I mean? They go into a situation looking for red flags. But if they're looking for the green flags, it's the wrong type of green flags. You know what I mean? But what's the image like? That's the green flag. I was watching a video just now where this guy was saying, oh, I've noticed lately that you see all these women with these ugly bums, you know what I mean? These bums that they with, they don't go to the gym, they don't have good posture, or they just lay around, they do nothing, they're good for nothing guys, they don't have good jobs, they don't have a fancy car, they don't have anything. They don't even pay attention to the chads anymore, they just pay attention to these bums. I guess the chads are the gym bros who are, and then he's like, it's feminism that's making them like that, and it's all that woke stuff that's making them like that. And I'm like, maybe they're just realizing that all that bad boy stuff it ain't it. You're looking at these people. You don't know how this man is treating this woman. You don't know if he's gentle with her and he's got boundaries and that she follows and boundaries that he follows. You know what I mean? There's mutual respect. Nothing like that. You're not even paying attention to that stuff. You are out here paying attention to all the physical stuff. Oh, he's got the gym, and he even used the term Hollywood handsome guys. He's talking about guys who go to the gym, still in front of the mirror, flexing. That's because these women are starting to realize these guys are selfish. They're all about themselves. They don't pay attention to nobody else but themselves. And they want to be in charge of everything, you know what I mean? And a lot of that bravado is just an act. He think a real man is a man who goes to the gym, makes good money, and drives a nice car. That's what he thinks a real man is. There's nothing about the man's humanity at all. It's all that culturally concocted idea of what a man is, you know what I mean? Listen, I've been in skirmishes before, and I'm not talking about like fights, just like a couple of revolutions and stuff like that. And I would rather have those women by my side than I would anybody else. I wouldn't want one of them dudes by my side because I think they're gonna cry like babies. No, I am considered one of the bums, you know what I mean? Because hey, I'm in shape, you know what I mean, and I have good posture and stuff and all of that. But I don't think that's what should be attractive about me. What should be attractive about me is, am I a good person? Am I going to respect this person? Is this person going to respect my boundaries as much as I'm going to respect their boundaries? Are they going to respect me? You know what I mean? Am I going to respect them? That's what I'm looking at. You know what I mean? I don't look at that girl, ooh, that's a body, ooh, yeah, I want to go there, you know what I mean? Because of the way she look. And then it's just pure smashing of the piece. But I don't understand what's going on with these guys complaining because, for the longest while, nice guys were complaining that they're going for these dudes, you know what I mean? I know it's starting to switch. And these guys are starting to, the bros are starting to go, why is women, and then they say, that's because the women are losers. Losers go with losers. Bro, are you here? Yes. These people have no idea what feminism is about. Feminism have been commercialized. It's been totally commercialized. They don't understand the idea of what feminism is. And I'm saying that as a man, so but all that stuff that they attributes to feminism is their excuse for not being able to maintain a relationship with a woman. That the music have changed, and he's like, it's pop culture, it's pop culture. Pop culture is all about the bros and the bad boys and the dude with the muscle and all that stuff. What is he talking about? Pop culture is causing them to go after these bums. It ain't got nothing to do with pop culture. Love, man. The way I talk about love, people would think I'm weak because I'm a romantic type of person. You know, understand what I mean? I think love should be compared to nature. You know what I mean? I believe in going for walks and stuff out in nature. How are you gonna like have a really deep connection if you don't connect with everything around you that's natural? That's what it is. Well, it must be the Rastafarian in me. I don't know if that's what it is, but that's the way I feel. Somebody is so engrossed in the concrete jungle and the everyday hustle and bustle of life that just distracts you from the natural things that like love, companionship. It's hard to juggle that. That's why the divorce rate is so bloody high. My brother back home has been married for over 50 years, almost 50, 40 years maybe. Yeah, almost 40 years. That's because he's got a house out in the rainforest. So when him and his wife get home from work, they sit in the veranda and they hear the birds and they see fireflies and butterflies and they out there. They have a garden in the back. They go in the back there and they do the gardening together and stuff like that. All that natural stuff combined. Whereas I got married here and it's like, oh yeah, a man is supposed to do this and a man is supposed to beat my chest, howl at the moon and all that stuff instead of just being together, enjoying stuff, the natural stuff. There was nothing natural about my marriage at all. It was all about image. It was all about image. And I hate to say it, and I ain't bashing on her because I had my issues during the marriage too. But her marriage now is all about image. I only know differently because she tells me about it, but I don't know why. But it's about image. Oh, he's got a business and he's doing his cars. He's got the cars and he's got the big house, and it's all an image. But there's no communication vibe going on there at all. How do I know this? She's an artist. She's asking me to go help her set up her artwork. And I'm like, when I was married to you, I used to go there and do that. Where is he? So it's a whole image thing that's killing the vibe, you know what I mean? And it's the whole concocted idea of what it's supposed to be in a culture that's manufactured to skew to one thing more than the other. Survival, image, everything. Anyway, man, I'm babbling here. I'm going to stop here. Pay attention to that love. Pay attention to that companionship. Pay attention to that person that's sitting next to you. Times go by, people change. You're going to miss the changes if you don't pay attention. Because people are going to change as they get older. You're going to miss it if you don't get yourself into that nice, mellow, in tune with natural things. You lose that instinct when you're running around in the concrete jungle trying to keep up with the Joneses and look good for people. You understand what I mean? But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this song. I enjoyed it. It took me back. It reminded me of how people should feel and stuff like that. Drop a like on the video. Share the video. In the meantime, you all take care of each other. Let's try to bring back some of that love in the world, some of that natural stuff.